Hey, eighth graders, what is up? My name is Mr. Karam, or many of my students just call me Karam. Uh, I am the choir teacher here at Seymour High School in Seymour, Indiana. I wanted to just number one, just say hello and just say hope all is well with everybody. It's been a crazy, crazy year and a crazy several months and a couple weeks just with all the snow days. Hope all is well. So of course I would much rather be with you in person. I like to get over to the middle school once or twice a year and just say, hey, what's up, eighth graders? But because of the pandemic and all the snow days and everything, we just kind of wanted to do things up a little bit differently this year. So this is the first video you'll see of mine, and then hopefully I can get in and do like a virtual clinic with y'all and kind of hear you sing a little bit. I'd really enjoy that. So right now you are in a really cool opportunity, a really cool transition period, a really great opportunity. You're moving from one thing to another. You're moving, of course, from the 7th, 8th grade building to the high school. And I just want to be here to help you and make that transition as easy and as seamless as possible. So there are many activities to be involved in here at Seymour High School, and the Seymour High School Choirs is certainly one of them, and one that is sort of has garnered a lot of support over the years from the community and the school. And it is we try to be as top notch of a program as possible. So in the Seymour High School Choirs, we have five in school choirs, right? The number one, where we kind of start, we'll start with Cola Voce. Cola Voce is our beginning soprano alto choir. So a lot of our beginning women start there. And I say beginning, really beginning of high school is what I mean, not necessarily beginning of your musical journey. But so I just want to clarify that because you are all on your musical journey right now, and I want to see you continue through. So next is men's choir. We have, that is our beginning TB. So our tenor bass voices are housed there. I really like to work with the boys on how the vocal mechanism of the male works. It is a different mechanism than the female voice. And taking that year to really focus in on those things is huge and hugely important. So guys, stick with me. I'm going to work with you and get you where you need to go. By the way, girls love guys who can sing. Okay. You heard it here first. All right. So, other benefits. There are a lot of benefits to joining choir, like a lot of benefits to joining choir. So the first is it's a fine arts credit. So you will need a fine arts credit to graduate when you get to your senior year. 1 year of choir satisfies that fine arts credit. So at least start out with us, right? You can also, if you want to keep, kind of take it to the next level, we have a vocal music pathway. So your counselors have already talked to you about the pathways. So it is just kind of a way to say, I did all the high school stuff and I specialized in something. And that's going to open you up to some, really cool job market. It's going to open you up to colleges if you're thinking about music as a major. Not necessarily that, but it's going to open up your world just to do one of these pathways. And vocal music pathway is certainly one of them. We do a lot of awesome performances. A lot of them we do in-house, but we do a lot that are out of Seymour. We did a collaborative effort a few years ago in Bloomington with the Bloomington Chamber Singers. It was really cool. A couple years ago, we did a collaborative concert with a professional choir from London, England called Voces 8. In fact, that's a name you need to know if you haven't heard of them yet. Voces 8. They're awesome. So we do a lot of these like kind of away concerts where we go away somewhere and we perform in front of audiences who are just different than the audiences here at Seymour High School. So another obvious performance that we do every year is the musical. In fact, we work on the musical in class every day for one semester. Now, Varsity Chorale is the group that puts that on. So Varsity Chorale is our kind of flagship advanced mixed ensemble. We also have, let me kind of veer off for a second, we also have an advanced SSAA, so soprano, soprano, alto, alto. That's called, like I said, that's called Serenus. And then we have an intermediate SAB, soprano, alto, bass, in owl tones. So those are our 5 choirs I mentioned earlier. So Cola Voce, beginning women, men's choir, beginning men, owl tones, intermediate, SAB, so mixed, but usually like 2/3 girl, one third boy. And then we have Serenus, advanced women, and then Varsity Chorale, our advanced mixed. So Varsity Chorale puts on the musical every year. So we're currently working on Mary Poppins, which is a great show. It's a big production. We're really looking forward to putting that on for the community. By the way, save the date. It is May 13 through 16. We'd love to see you guys out there. Another huge benefit to joining the choirs at Seymour High School is that we travel. We travel a good amount to, some are like field trips where we just go out for a day and we come back, like Derby dinner. We do that once a year, or beef and boards. We do that once a year. But then we also have other like big trips. And starting next year, we're going to go on a big trip every 2 years. So you might be saying, well, in 2022, I'll be a freshman. I probably don't qualify for that trip. You'd be surprised. We might need people, especially boys, but we'll see. So in 2022, we're going to New York City. That is like in the books. That's official. So I can talk about it. We're going to New York City in late May, early June of 2022, and really looking forward to seeing the sights, eating the foods, catching a Broadway musical, performing ourselves there in New York. In 2024, we're going to take another big trip. I don't know quite the destination yet, but if New York is a favorite of the students, let's do it. Let's do it up again in New York City. So yeah. So on top of just having a great social experience and just hanging out with your friends and making really good music, there's a ton of benefits to being in choir, like the fine arts credit, the music pathway, awesome performances. You put on a musical, we travel a lot. We have awesome food, we have pizza party, all this sort of fun stuff. So for choir placements next year, I am sending out a Google form, and on the Google form, it asks 3 questions. That's it. Name, current voice part, and what choir of those 5 would you like to be considered for? And then at some point, we'll try to figure out how we kind of place you. But typically, we've had an audition. We might kind of get around that a little bit differently this year with the help of Mr. Stam there. So that's what I need you to do. There's a link in this YouTube video, and I can send that out to you in other means too. I'll also send out a letter that gives your parents a little bit more information. But this is just to say hello, welcome, guys. I hope you guys are doing well, and join choir. I'll see you guys later. Bye.